10 alarming reasons why your farts are smelling deadly. When you fart, do you ever stop to consider why it stinks so badly? Or maybe I should ask you why you fart so often. Well, farting is a normal part of life that helps your body get rid of gas that might otherwise build up and make you feel unwell. It's possible that some are loud and stinky, while others are silent and deadly. Don't worry too much if your farts make you feel bad because of how often they happen or how they smell. In today's video, we'll talk about some of the reasons why you might fart a lot, how to make your farts less smelly, and how to get some relief. First and foremost, you should change your diet. Excess gas produced during digestion is a natural and completely safe byproduct. You probably just swallowed some air along with your food. Most people pass gas between 14 and 25 times daily. Also, most gas does not have an odor, despite common belief. On rare occasions, however, they may emerge reeking. Diet and eating habits are the most common causes of gassy farts. Eating quickly increases the likelihood that you may swallow some air along with your food, which in turn may stimulate gas production in the digestive system. Foods high in fiber, such as beans, leafy greens, and fruits, might increase the unpleasantness of farts. In the process of digesting fiber, bacteria in your intestines produce gases including hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and methane, which can lead to unpleasant farts. Onions, broccoli, and cabbage are all high-sulfur foods that can cause unpleasant gas to be released. Gas, with a sulfurous or rotten egg-like stench, is produced as these foods decompose because of the release of sulfur compounds. But this problem can be made a little bit better if you eat slowly and chew your food well. Avoiding high-sulfur foods isn't necessary, but if you're concerned about passing gas in public, you might want to hold off on them before a big event. Number 2. Sensitivity to certain foods. The inability of the digestive system to process particular meals is the root cause of food intolerances. Most people have trouble digesting lactose, the sugar in milk and other dairy products, since their bodies don't make enough of the enzyme needed to do so. Undigested lactose ferments in the colon, producing gases that exacerbate farts and bloating. Other food intolerances, such as those to gluten, too much fat, or lipids, can also cause gas. Lactose intolerance happens when lactose goes from the small intestine to the colon without being broken down. In the colon, billions of bacteria ferment lactose into lactic acid. If you think you might have a food intolerance, keeping a food diary could help you figure out which foods are making your symptoms worse. Some digestive aids, such as lactose pills, make enzymes that may help your body absorb certain foods better. Third on the list, constipation. Feces primarily consist of fiber. Over the course of more than 36 hours, microorganisms in the colon decompose fiber and produce gas. Eating fatty meals like fried chicken, bacon, sausage, and cookies does not always cause gas. Constipation, not to mention the gas that bacteria feed off of, can come from eating meals lacking in fiber, like these. Insufficient fiber in the diet is often at the root of the problem when it comes to constipation. You can increase your daily fiber intake by eating more lentils, broccoli, berries, avocados, whole grains, and apples with meals and as snacks. The recommended daily allowances of fiber are 38 grams for men and 25 grams for women. Be sure to get lots of exercise and water every day. Laxatives may be necessary if you are still having fewer than 3 bowel movements per week. Number 4. Medicines. Yes, you heard that correctly. Several medications and dietary supplements can slow down the digestion process, causing you to fart. Sugar alcohols and other fillers used in some drugs can be unpleasant for some people. Over-the-counter pain relievers, antacids, Diarrhea medications, fiber supplements, narcotic pain relievers, and antidepressants can all contribute to unpleasant gas output. If you suspect that a medicine is to blame for your gas problems, you may need to adjust your dosage or stop taking the drug altogether. Number 5. Gut's microbiome. There are millions of microorganisms populating your gut microbiome. A healthy gut microbiome has beneficial effects on our metabolism and physiology in both health and illness. Excessive and unpleasant farts are symptoms of a bacterial imbalance in the microbiome. Hydrogen sulfide and other sulfur-containing compounds are made by bacteria in the gut. When food is digested, these compounds contribute to the smell of gas. What you consume can have an effect on your bowel movements by changing the composition of the bacteria in your gut. Some people's internal flora causes them to expel more pungent gases than others. Another common cause is an overgrowth of bacteria in small intestine. This happens for a number of important reasons. Too much bacterial growth in the small intestine can stop food from being absorbed properly, cause a number of unpleasant digestive symptoms, and even make the body release harmful gases. Number 6. Beans. More food means more gas. A rich supply of protein, antioxidants, and essential minerals. Unfortunately, they are well feared for their ability to induce farts. Raffinose family oligosaccharides can be found in beans. This class of sugars, RFO, is responsible for the gas and bloating that may follow a meal heavy in beans. This is due to the absence of a certain enzyme needed for their digestion and breakdown by the body. Asparagus and cruciferous vegetables, in addition to whole grains, contain raffinose. The use of any digestive aid, including enzymes, can help alleviate symptoms. Number 7. Sugars. Certain foods, such as sugars and carbohydrates that haven't been completely broken down, provide a feast for bacteria in the large intestine. Through fermentation, it digests the undigested food particles and creates carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and methane gas, the latter of which is responsible for the characteristic fart odor. Even though it can be hard to pinpoint the root of the problem, an elimination diet may help you uncover specific substances that cause bloating. Eliminating added sugar from your diet should be your first step. In this case, it might be helpful to work closely with a nutritionist who can show you how to do things. Studies have shown that eating foods high in carbohydrates, such as sugar, might lead to bloating and farts. Some sugars, however, are more likely to cause farts than others. For example, fruits typically contain fructose as their principal sugar. High fructose corn syrup and other processed foods also contain it. Fruits like apples, pears, peaches, and prunes contain sorbitol, which is a sugar alcohol. It's also a sugar-free candy and food sweetener alternative. Unpleasant farts have been linked to the consumption of sugars like sorbitol and fructose. Even if you have a good digestive system, these sugars will give you gas, and they are even worse for people who already have trouble digesting certain foods. Number 8. Colon cancer. Colon cancer is an extremely unusual cause of offensive farts. Patients with colon cancer often have difficulty passing gas because of obstructions in the colon. The gas builds up because of the blockage and stinks up the lower digestive tract. If you get stomach pain, excessive gas, and a strange odor and a change in diet or medication doesn't help, a colonoscopy may be in order. The stage of colon cancer is one of the most important factors in figuring out how to treat it. To get rid of tumors, you can use both chemotherapy and surgery. Most bloating and gas come from polyps and tumors in the digestive tract, which make it hard to go to the bathroom. This results in a lot of farting and pain. Number 9. Irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable bowel syndrome is another common cause of smelly farts. This is a disorder of the large intestine that causes stomach problems like bloating, abdominal pain, and alternating bouts of diarrhea and constipation. Changes in the smell and amount of gas are common signs of irritable bowel syndrome, but having gas a lot is not enough to make a diagnosis. Irritable bowel syndrome is often treated by making changes to your diet, how you exercise, and how you deal with stress. Number 10. Illness or diseases. Although odor on its own is usually not cause for alarm, some conditions brought on by certain chronic diseases may alter or amplify gas. In addition to bloating, abdominal distension can cause farts and the release of unpleasant gas. Changes in bowel habits or continued stomach pain after passing gas or using the restroom could be symptoms of another health problem. Therefore, it is crucial to rule out the introduction of any new diseases as the source of the odorous farts. Inflammatory bowel diseases include Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. There could be a bad smell because of a bacterial infection, cancer of the bowel, or diarrhea. Even though farting is a normal bodily function, it can be embarrassing if it smells bad or happens a lot. I hope today's video has brought you some enlightenment about deadly farts. If it did, please post your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and give it a like. If you're looking to improve your health, feel free to browse our channel for more health-related videos and become a healthier you.